So, do you feel nervous or self-conscious when you speak? Is your breath shallow or tight? You're probably not breathing correctly. With correct diaphragmatic breathing, you're going to be able to create a deeper resonance to your voice, more projection, and overall authority and presence to become a great speaker. My name is Jimmy Cannon, and I'm a vocal coach, and I'd like to share with you 5 exercises, just 5, that will help you stay cool, composed, and in control of your voice. Okay, so most of us breathe in correctly. We raise our shoulders when we breathe in, and we drop them when we breathe out. And this creates a narrow breath, a very short amount of breath. And this shallow breath is gonna produce tension, anxiety, and just make us feel very uncomfortable. And it's not enough breath. It's not enough presence and support to enable us to project and create the resonance that we need when we're speaking or singing. This is probably an English saying or English scenario that you might not be aware of unless you're English, is that when you're in a crowded room and I don't know if you've ever heard some people say, you know, if there's not enough space, one person generally says, breathe in, and everybody breathe. Actually, what you need to do is breathe out. So by breathing out, obviously you're expelling the amount of air in your body, in your lungs, and thus making yourself narrower and smaller. So when you breathe out, that's what you need to do. When you breathe in, you need to expand the rib cage and expand the area around here, the middle of your body, not the top of your body. So we're looking at around here that we need to expand. And when we do that, I'm going to stand up actually to show you. You won't see my face, but it's probably a godsend for most people. So I'm going to stand up and show you. When we breathe in, this is the area that we need to, like a corset, all the way around here, we're going to expand. So just place your hands as if you were just slightly above your hips and just below the navel here, okay? So I'm just going to demonstrate that for you now. When we breathe in, we expand around here, and then when we breathe out, we push and narrow and contract the area around here, okay? And that's one thing, just to get used to that, it's just a breathing in and breathing out. So when we breathe in, we're expanding, and when we breathe out, we're narrowing and contracting. Second thing to think about is when we finish the breath, it's the recovery, and we'll talk a bit more about that in the exercises coming up. So when we expel or finish the air, there's a recovery process that happens with our lungs. The diaphragm, which is just below your navel around here, will drop and allow the lungs to expand. So let me show you. So when we breathe in, breathe out, we let it drop, and then naturally the lungs will expand. If you take care of the out breath, the in breath will take care of itself. Anyway, without further ado, I want to share with you 5 exercises, very, very simple exercises that will help your mental and physical condition, and also your social impact for speaking or singing, coming up. So here it is. Exercise number 1 is the silent laugh. Let me demonstrate that for you now. That's quite therapeutic, I thought. You're laughing, but you're stopping yourself from laughing. Do you remember when you were perhaps at school and at the back of assembly, and one of your mates had got the giggles, you had the giggles, everybody in one row in Form 3 or whatever house or form or class you were in got the giggles, and you literally couldn't. Sometimes that laughter is uncontrollable and you end up rolling around the floor, something incredibly funny, which I haven't done for a long time actually. And that feeling, that when it hurts down here, that's your abdominis muscles working overtime, and you need to start engaging these muscles here. Okay, so that's gonna just that one exercise, the silent laugh, will help you find an awareness of those muscles. Just find that the feeling of that. So you're letting air out, but it's right at the end of your lung capacity. You're pushing. You should be able to feel not just here, but around here as well. I don't know what's funny. It is contagious, isn't it? Laughter is contagious. Anyway, please share with me your silent laughs. Not so silent. Okay, coming up is exercise number 2. Now you've recovered from your silent laugh, I'd like you to introduce you to exercise number 2. This is very simply shh, and when you create a shh sound, you should feel straight away shh, 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 your abdominal muscles working again around here. This is another way again to feel the breath, to understand and be aware of where the breath's coming from, and to be able to control that breath. So we haven't got to the controlling breath yet. We're at the beginning of the awareness of the breath. So the first exercise was the silent laugh, which is you're feeling the awareness. Now the second exercise is a similar thing, but you're stopping the sound. So you're creating short bursts of sound, which is going to help you with projecting sound and also emphasizing syllables, for instance, which we do quite a lot in singing. So things like that sort of thing, to create rhythmic phrasing and accents really, is a lot of it, all of it comes from here. So shh, shh, just that. So fingers on lips. Shh, shh, shh. Now, if you remember at school, your teacher probably said to everyone, right, fingers on lips, everyone. For me, it was whole hand over mouth to stop me talking, as you can imagine. So let's do that. So fingers over lips, or one finger over your lip, and as if you're very rudely telling someone to shush. So lots of shushing. I like to see videos of people telling me to shush. That would be, it's not a fetish. I'd like to see that for you to share that. That'd be lovely. So here we go. Let's just try that now. Shh, shh, shh. And in fact, if you put your hand just on your belly here, breathe in. Shh, 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 shh. And you're really feeling the abdominis muscles around here really engaging and working. So again, breathe in, expanding around here, and breathe out. So it's short but firm, okay? That's exercise number 2. Exercise number 3 is an elongated shush. Okay, so exercise number 3, I can't do that, I have to do this. Please video yourself, share how you put 3 up in, do you remember what, 3, 2, 1? I'm not sure, that's an English thing again. A show, I think Dusty Bin, I can't remember the show. Comments down below, down there, not really sure where that is. Oh, battery's low, let's get on with it quickly. I'll change the battery, come back, give you exercise 4. Could be exercise 3, let's see. Okay, exercise 3 is the sh again, but an elongated sh. So we want to hold the breath, and what we're doing is creating pressure. All right, so we're going to breathe in, put our hands here, breathe in, and let the sh out. Shh. drop the diaphragm, expand the lungs again, and do the same thing again. It's the recovery of the breath that we're controlling, we're practicing, which will develop these muscles around here. So when you expel all the air, it's the dropping of the diaphragm quickly and expanding the lungs, which will help you to improve the usage of these muscles. This exercise is going to give you more freedom of length of phrasing. So if you need to say a long sentence, for instance, you're able to keep talking and waffle on like I'm very good at doing particularly, and you can keep talking without any gaps or breath, and that gives you a little bit more presence and confidence when you speak. Then you can start another phrase. So let's just try that again. We're together. So we're going to put our hands, let's put our hands here. We're going to breathe in. And breathe out. Don't forget, as you're breathing out, you're pushing your diaphragm up. And then recovery. So we'll do the whole thing and I won't stop. Here we go. Breathe in. Drop the diaphragm, breathe out again. And then we have it. That's exercise number 3. This is also breathing is incredibly therapeutic and a calming thing to do. And even before you go on stage, before you are about to speak to a group of people, whether it be a one-to-one or a lot of people in an auditorium or conference room, etc. This exercise just before you go on is a lovely exercise just to calm yourself down and to get the breathing controlled and calm and comfortable. This is exercise 4, and these are accented, elongated sh. So exercise 3 was shh, one continuous breath. Make sure that we're engaging the muscles here. But what I want you to do is I want you to accent, but keep the one breath going. So we're going to start with 4 accents. Should we just try that? 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to double that time. So we're going to double the tempo. We're going to make them 8, much shorter. Double the tempo. So, okay. Now this is going to really start working the abdominal muscles here. Excuse me. So let's try. We're going to do 4, then we're going to do 8, then we're going to do a long breath at the end. Okay. Preferably for 8 whole beats. Okay. So I won't get into musical terminology unless you want me to. Very happy to do another video talking about quarter notes, 8 notes, or crotchets and quavers, or whole notes and half notes, if you would like me to. Put a message down there and I'll do another video. It's very simple. I come into my room, here's the piano, and I do another video, which incidentally, I'm going to be doing videos every week. I'm going to be putting them up here, and they're all going to be all based upon control of the voice. For speaking and singing. So I hope you enjoy these videos. Do share, do transcribe down here. Not sure where yet, somewhere. Anyway, here we go. So here's the exercise. This is the accented, elongated sh exercise. This is exercise number 4. Here we go. So 1, 2, breathe. Breathe. One more time. Now, this is going to give you much more control over your dynamic range, over your accented syllables, and overall more control over your voice when you're speaking. So again, any of these exercises are going to help you with more confidence in speaking, and all about the breath, all about the breath, very important. Breath is key, breath is king. Exercise 5. Okay, exercise number 5, this is making a sound, and we're going to actually start singing. We're going to engage the vocal folds rather than just pushing air over the top. We're going to allow the vocal folds to vibrate, to resonate, to make a sound. And this is actually the start of singing. So if you ever thought to yourself, well, I can't sing, well, yes, you can, because you're just about to do it now. So here we go. If you haven't sung before, this is the beginning of a new career. This is the beginning of perhaps a new, beautiful relationship, friendship that we have together. So here we go. You're going to go from a voiceless fricative into a voiced fricative. So sh, is a voiceless fricative, and zh, when you start engaging the vocal folds here, is a voiced fricative. So we're going to use that sound to create resonance in the chest cavities and the nasal cavities. This is going to, again, improve your dynamic range, create resonance to your sound, so it projects. And this is a fantastic exercise to do. And again, you have to engage the abdominal muscles, and you have to be aware of the breath and control the breath. So we're going to do exactly the same thing as we did in the last exercise. We're going to use we use sh, so exactly the same phrasing and the rhythm, but we're going to use the voiced fricative, which is zh, which is zh, by the way. So words like Asia, regime, or beige, any other words that have the zh sound in them, please put them below. And here we go. So we're going to count 4, and then we're going to accent. So instead of sh, we're going to sh. In fact, let's just before we do that, let's just practice the transformation from sh to j. Okay, so let's try that now. And back. That's a nice exercise, actually. That keeps the dynamic control really tight. So okay. Try that a couple of times. Here we go. And this is the exercise. So we're going to go but a bit slower than that. Here we go. Ready? Take a big breath in the middle of the body, expand the body, and control the breath and let out accented zh sounds. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. One more time. There we have it. So exercise 5, voiced fricative and using the accented elongated method. Thank you very much for watching. Let's do a quick wind down. Here it comes. Use another fricative. This is F. So your top teeth and your bottom lip together, and you're creating a narrow stream of sound. What I want you to do is I just want you to, excuse me, put your hands either side of your larynx, around here. And I just want you to create that sound, so with an F, and then gradually bring in, engage the vocal folds and create resonance to the sound. I want you to really feel what happens here, okay? I want you to feel the resonance by creating a V sound. So F becomes V, all right? Breathe again. And if you come in and out of that voiced and voiceless fricative. So basically resonant, non-resonant. All right, so here we go. So we start with non-voiced. Bring in the voiced fricative. V. And we try to keep the pitch as well. It'd be really good to hold. I know when I'm touching my microphone, probably. Just to hold that one pitch. It could be any. It could be. Anywhere in the pitch. Actually, the really lovely way to calm down is to wind down after these exercises, or after your speech, or after your presentation, is just to relax the shoulders, relax the head, and just to create that V sound, but sort of a very low resonance, very low and kind of a revving sound. Okay, here we go. So. This will calm you down and alleviate any unwanted stress after speaking after the end of the day. So there we have it, we've wound down. Thank you for watching, thank you for listening. I hope you got something out of the 5 exercises that we did. Let's just do a little recap. The first one was, I can't remember what it was now. Yes, it was. It was the awareness of the all about awareness of the abdominal muscles. So silent laugh. Then we had the shh, and then we brought that into a rhythm. After the elongated shh, then we went shh, 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 shh again, and then we translated from a voiceless fricative to a voiced fricative, sh, introducing the letter or the consonant zh, ZH or J, zh, and then we wound down very calmly with a VW. Hope you enjoyed these exercises. Do stay in touch. Transcribe to the channel. Share the channel to all of your friends, and we shall catch up soon. Thank you very much.